Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back you lovely, amazing smiling faces to a brand new video here on the channel. It's just so good. Johnny Depp has finally won. He went to court, he laid it all on the line, he put his reputation out there, he put his career, he put his entire life there. And everyone was like, yes, you win because you were defamed. Your ex-wife did this to you, and she did it on purpose, which is just absolutely amazing to see, to hear. If you saw the stream last night as well, it was just so good, you know. And like I say, we will have videos regarding the verdict itself. We will be breaking that down as well in another video. But with this one, I'm just going to go through his actual statement, and I'm going to show you a couple of articles that I have found online regarding it. So let's jump straight into them. So, as you can see, this is Johnny Depp's statement that he posted to his Instagram, which went up like 3 and a bit million in the space of 2 hours. That just goes to show how many people were like, they were a little bit hesitant at first, but then they're like, no, he's innocent, boom, we follow him. And it's absolutely amazing to see. So, 6 years ago, my life, the life of my children, the lives of those closest to me, and also the lives of the people who for many, many years have supported and believed in me were forever changed, all in the blink of an eye. False, very serious and criminal allegations were levied at me via the media, which triggered an endless barrage of hateful content, although no charges were ever brought against me. It had already travelled around the world twice within a nanosecond, and it had a seismic impact on my life and my career. 6 years later, the jury gave me my life back. I am truly humbled. My decision to pursue this case, knowing very well the height of the legal hurdles that I would be facing and the inevitable, worldwide spectacle into my life, was only made after considerable thought. From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owe to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing I have finally accomplished that. Oh, wrong one, wrong way. That was another video we did, guys. Just go back to the other one. There we go. You would have thought I would have had all this set up, but I'm just too excited still, guys. It's just absolutely amazing. So, I am and have been overwhelmed by the outpouring of love and the colossal support and kindness from around the world. I hope that my quest to have the truth be told will have helped others, men or women, who have found themselves in my situation, and that those supporting them never give up. I also hope that the position will now return to innocent until proven guilty, both within the courts and in the media. I wish to acknowledge the noble work of the judge, the jurors, the court staff, and the sheriffs, who have sacrificed their own time to get to this point, and to my diligent and unwavering legal team, who did an extraordinary job in helping me to share the truth. The best is yet to come, and a new chapter has finally begun. Veritas numquam peri. Okay, I don't know if I said that wrong, I do apologise. Truth never perishes. Signed by Johnny Depp, and obviously signed it for the 1st of the 6th, 22, from the UK. It's just amazing. It's everything about it is just been, it's been overwhelming. I think we can all say this as well, because so much has happened over the last 3 years for myself, for Stevie, Les, Soups, Linda, who came in, and Linda was just absolutely amazing. Every single person who has covered this, there's way too many to name. I thank each and every one of you as well, because without all of us pushing this out there, getting the truth out there, just getting people to just take a look at something instead of just blindly believing what someone said on social media or what they saw in the newspaper. You don't need any of that. This gives hope to every single person who is in Johnny Depp's shoes. Doesn't matter about the gender. They now have a voice. They now have a bit of hope to see this through and to finally get justice. Because, like what they say with this whole believe women, Sadly, you cannot do that anymore. We'll listen to all victims. Listen to them all. That's what I'm saying. See the evidence, right, what's happened. Because remember, guys, there's always two sides to a story. Always. In this case, everyone on Johnny Depp's team, all the witnesses he brought forward, even people who did depositions from like a year, 2, 3 years ago, all their stories are the same. Hers. Each story was different, even though they were all there in the room with her. But that's what you got, guys. Johnny Depp has won. Is absolutely amazing. We are now going to jump into a Daily Mail article, which, as you can see, this does go on regarding his statement that we just read out. But as you can see, the jury gave me my life back, which they did, and it's absolutely amazing. Triumphant Johnny Depp is pictured in pub with Jeff Beck and UK rock star Sam Fender as he wins defamation trial against her, and she now faces financial ruin with $8.35 million damages bill that she has to pay. To be honest with you, if he does get it, that's going to charity. As you can see, it does go on, it does say regarding the statement and everything else. The actor was awarded this, but obviously in Virginia, the punitive damages can only be maxed at $350,000, $350,000. We will do a breakdown of the entire verdict, but I'm hoping to get Linda on with that. She doesn't know it yet, but Linda, if you're watching, please can we come on and do one? Because it'd be amazing to do. But obviously, as you can see, it does go in. And the 58-year-old, he wasn't present in the courtroom, delivered his verdict. He was in the UK on tour with guitar legend Jeff Beck. He was seen last night celebrating at a pub in Newcastle with Beck and UK singer Sam Fender. She, meanwhile, walked into court wearing a plain black dress and appeared anxious. After the verdict was read out, she briefly hugged her lawyers, then exited the courtroom, while Johnny Depp's legal team gathered for a large group hug, clearly overjoyed at the jury's decision. And it was absolutely amazing. Guys, I know that this is going to be a premiere, so in the chat at this moment in time, I don't even know if you are going to do it or not, but please can we just give some love to Camille, Ben, Rebecca and the rest of the team, because they did a phenomenal job. Can we just get some love for them? And it does go on to say, obviously, in a dramatic courtroom moment, the jury returned with their verdict, only to be told that you hadn't completed the paperwork. Oh, you know what? When that happened, literally, it was the worst anticlimactic ending to anything. It was so funny to see. But it was also really funny because all of us were like, are you serious? Judge Azakarate addressed the jury and said, I need to give the forms back to you. When you find for a defamatory statement, one or more, you need to fill out the compensatory damages. And it goes obviously $1 up to whatever they are. Then it does go on to say the jury were permitted to leave for a brief period as they completed the documents before coming back to redeliver the verdict. She said in a statement following the verdict, which, to be honest with you, is one of the worst things ever, her statement, because she says, as you can see by here, the disappointment I feel today is beyond words. I'm heartbroken that the mountain of evidence, her mountain of evidence, guys, where was it? There was none. It's absolutely amazing. She had nothing to do. But then she goes on to say that even more disappointed with the verdict means for other women. It's a setback. No, it's not a setback, Amber. You literally went out there and you lied. People in court, jurors, they found out that you lied. You have to take that on the chin now, literally, like everything else you do. As she left court as well, she looked downcast while climbing into a truck with blacked out windows with her sister Whitney. A member of a legal team could be seen putting her hand on the back as she got in. Which, to be honest with you, I'm still pretty thinking that that was Eve Barlow. But then it goes on to say about the New York Times, she now plans to appeal the jury's verdict, which she is, though it's not clear on what grounds she seeks to do so exactly. There's only one thing. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes. To be granted the appeal, she would likely need to demonstrate that there were errors in the trial or in the presiding judge's reading of the law. I don't think it's going to happen. So, she would also need to post bond of the full $10.3 million plus interest charges over the course of an appeal trial. She doesn't have it. Social media, which has been overwhelmingly pro-Depp throughout the duration of the trial, exploded in when the verdict was announced with the hashtag Truth Wins, Justice for Johnny trending for hours. It's still doing it because it's amazing. And I was so happy. You know, because I put out a tweet last night, we all did, that we were sorry for tearing up and crying on stream. I can feel it now. I can feel it just building up. Because it's just, the guy won. You know, it's absolutely amazing. Truth got out there and there is hope for everyone. But as you can see, when she left, she was like that and Johnny was out. But we do have one photo of her, which I am going to show, but not that one there. That's just Johnny leaving the pub in Newcastle. Everyone's like, Johnny, I love you. That's what the guy was saying. And, you know, he's like, yes, and everything else. But, you know, look at, everyone is just so happy. It's just absolutely amazing. So, when it does go on, another great photo. These guys, you know, these guys are just... Ben, you have to make Camille partner. You have to, mate. You have to now. It's just so good, you know? You just have to do it. I just can't stop smiling because they did a phenomenal job. And obviously, look at that. Look at everyone around them. Because it was so great to see that they were all there for the press conference. Literally like, right, this is what's happened. And look at the face she pulled yesterday, guys. You know? Someone caught that. But this is the photo I was on about. This is when she left. Does that look like a woman who is, like, broken? You know, literally, everything that she put in her statement? No. To be honest with you, if I was in that scenario, and I believe most of you guys as well, if this was us and this happened to us, we would be devastated. Look at her. Not a care in the world. Then you got obviously when you're read out and this goes on by there. But then you got today's verdict confirms what we have said from the beginning. The claims against Johnny are defamatory and unsupported by any evidence. It's just absolutely amazing. But what thing we are going to look at as well, as I say, I just saw it by here now. Which is kind of interesting because this is very interesting. So, you got by here someone saying, you know, hashtag MeToo is dead. Hell of a job, ACLU, in reference to the fact that the American helped to draft her Washington Post, which triggered it. Sharon Osbourne. Johnny sided with him straight away. You know, GOP Lauren Boebert. Even AH cannot catch Captain Jack Sparrow. But then you got this one by here. AH fans who have been massively outnumbered were shocked and saddened by the jury's decision. Look what they said. The jury is a R-word sexist fan group and nothing more. This is what's wrong with people who are supporting her. They're going around saying the jury is the R-word. How can they be that? How can they be that? Seriously, come on, how? This is the problem. But then you got somebody here, what they say, you know, the jury was a mix of white, black and Asian people. She is white. It is not clear why the commenter believed the verdict was this. See? You know, it's so funny. Another I added, my heart goes out to her. F that jury and F, you know, it's like, okay, you know. If that's what you want to say, you have all your right. You know, that's your freedom of speech. If you want to do it. But, if you're going out there and saying this kind of thing, it's like, come on. You're just being dumb. Because there was nothing there that showed everything that she said was true. You know? But it's got by here as well. Speaking outside the court. Not that one. We don't want to care about her. John Witherspoon, a Virginia lawyer. It was very fair. I was glad to see Depp prevail as I thought evidence supported his side of the case. That's all you need to know. You know, feel bad. I feel her lawyers did the best job they could. 100%. You know, look what they had to work with. Literally. Another woman who described herself as a Depp fan said the case went in the correct direction. You know, even if he won $1, he got to finally speak up for himself. Which is very, very true. And out of all of this, there is one thing I do want to say before we finish, and that is, she said to Johnny Depp, and it's in the audios, you know, it's everywhere. Go on, Johnny. Tell the world. Tell the world that me, Johnny Depp, a male, a man is a victim of DV, who's going to believe you? Well, Amber, the world believed him.